Hejian Shijing Folk Songs. Hejian Shijing Folk Songs are a traditional form of folk literature originating from Hejian City, Hebei Province. They represent a vital living inheritance of China's ancient Book of Songs culture and serve as an outstanding example of oral folk literature since the Han Dynasty. In 2006, Hejian Shijing Folk Songs were included in the first batch of China's national intangible cultural heritage. Historical origin. The origin of Hejian Shijing Folk Songs traces back to the Han Dynasty, deeply rooted in the transmission of the Book of Songs, Shijing. During Emperor Qin Shi Huang's campaign of burning books and burying scholars, Mao Heng, a disciple of the philosopher Xunzi, retreated to the Huayun County in the Hejian Kingdom, present-day Hejian City. There, he compiled the ancient text of the Book of Songs and authored the commentary and explanations on the Book of Songs. Together with his nephew, Mao Chang, he taught and preserved the Book of Songs in the Hejian region, adapting its verse into songs using contemporary folk melodies. This tradition gave rise to what we know as Hejian Shijing Folk Songs. The genre gained prominence during the Yuan Dynasty and underwent further refinement in the Ming and the Qing periods, eventually flourishing as vibrant oral tradition. To this day, villages in Hejian City continue the practice of singing verses from the Book of Songs. Main content. Hejian Shijing Folk Songs primarily draw inspiration from the Book of Songs, particularly its Feng, Odes of the States section, which features folk songs from 15 Asian states. These songs vividly depict the daily lives, customs, and emotions of early Chinese society. Over time, they have evolved to incorporate legends about figures linked to the Book of Songs, classical poetry composed by scholars across dynasties, and locally improvised works performed in the traditional Hejian dialect. The songs adhere to classical phonetics and rhythms. Initially accompanied by the guqin, a 7-stringed zither, and se, a 25-stringed zither. They were used in rituals and folk festivals. Later, elements of local opera, such as Hebei Banzi, were integrated, blending dramatic expression with poetic lyricism to forge a unique artistic style that harmonizes poetry and music. Literary value. As a living heritage embodying the spirit of Yin and Zhao, a cultural ethos rooted in the Book of Songs, Hejian Shijing Folk Songs derive their literary significance from the seamless fusion of historical tradition and folk expression. Culturally, they preserve the unadorned essence of ancient folk songs, structured primarily in 4-character lines, interspersed with verses of varying lengths to create a natural rhythm that mirrors emotional cadence. These songs not only perpetuate the lyrical legacy of the Book of Songs, also celebrated as China's 300 points, but also infuse it with the vivid hues of local life. In terms of content, their themes cover folk scenes such as love and marriage, labor and festivals. Their language, unpolished yet brimming with sincerity, serves as both a literary protection of communal emotions and an oral text of original customs and life wisdom. Their empirical value in literary history is particularly remarkable, as they vividly trace the evolutionary path from the elegant music of the Book of Songs to the vibrant expressions of folk songs. Through the flexibility of oral performance, they provide a compelling case study for understanding how ancient poetry evolved into vernacular literature, demonstrating the enduring vitality of folk literature.